So, welcome back, YouTube. So I'm not sure why the Obama phone stopped recording. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I probably ran out of space, because those things, yeah, cheap phones are notorious for not having enough space for doing much of anything. So, at any rate, let's continue on what I'm gonna say is probably the very first episode of Thrifting with Dan. So I got this rack, and while this doesn't really look like anything special, the fact it's got the hardware attached to it, not like I can't get hardware, you know. Oh, that's interesting. I recognize what thrift store uses those tags, but I'm drawing a blank on it. But that's a thrift store. Another thrift store was selling that sold this for $1. Somebody bought this for $1 at a thrift store and then donated it to Goodwill, who sold it to me for $2.49 minus 20%. Anyway, this thing doesn't look like it's ever been used while mounted. It does have a couple little tiny blemishes, but once discs are in it, it probably won't even be noticeable, and I can always hit it with a Sharpie. But the main reason I wanted this is I've got this tiny space between my place is pretty packed. It's not that it's a small apartment, I just have a lot of stuff. I got this tiny space between, you know, for me it's just a struggle to have enough room for CDs. I have this tiny space between my coat closet door and my front door, and the first one of these I found, it was a little bit taller with the same style, same exact, you know, frame style. I put it in that corner, and it basically fills that corner with CDs. And I bought a second one, brand new, I believe on eBay, and this looks like just the right height to take that all the way to the floor. Right now it doesn't quite make it to the floor. I'm gonna be really bummed if it's too tall, but I'm willing to gamble $2 and change that this is a perfect fit. So pretty excited. That's give me a little bit more CD storage space in my apartment, and that particular part of my collection, rather than it being, you know, my artists from A to Z or soundtracks and anything, that rack all consists of artists that I'm very into, that I can have together, and I've used that to kind of consolidate some stuff from artists that I'm into that wouldn't in alphabetical order be together. In fact, one of the artists that I have over there is Ozzy Osbourne, so I've got my Ozzy Osbourne CDs and my Black Sabbath CDs. I only own Black Sabbath on CD from the Ozzy Osbourne era. So, yes, it's very sad. I have no Dio Sabbath on CD. And when I do get Dio Sabbath, I'll probably make a space right next to it, and put my Dio CDs in there, solo CDs. But anyway, so that's what that's going to go to. I don't know if this is a good deal or not. It seemed like a good deal. $8.79 minus 20%. I love these things. Just a footstool. It's black. It'll match really nice with the furniture I have. And these are not only handy to sit on or use as footstool, but they have storage. And for me, storage is something I always need more storage. So yeah. And the other thing is, since I have shelves going to the ceiling, these are really handy to have to step up to reach the top shelves. So kind of stoked to find another one. I got a couple of them, but yeah, at that price, I'm all about getting another one, and it seems to be in really good shape. This in here, I swear to God, I didn't steal it by hiding it in the thing. It's a Blu-ray player. It was $9.49. It's a Sony. It's nothing spectacular, but it's a BDP S1200. $6.49 minus 20% is not a great price, but it's not a bad price. I know I have some spare Sony Blu-ray player remotes. They're all, pretty much any Sony Blu-ray player remote will operate any Sony Blu-ray player. And I might end up, if I can't find that LG that I told her about, I might end up hooking Tony up with this one. The other one of these that I had, I gave it to my friends, Chris. They're a married couple, Chris and I did not just forget his wife's name. Chris and his wife. Huh? I try, I didn't completely set up their home theater system. I got it 90% done and 70% done, and I just haven't been back over there. They have a really large dog, and I don't get on well with dogs, especially not big ones. And I'll get it finished one of these days. Anyway, this is the exact model that I hooked them up with. It's made in where's the year? It's not a first generation player, but it's not exactly a new player either. Yeah, Java powered. It's got a network LAN connection as well as an HDMI out. It also has a coaxial digital out. The downside of these is it runs on 12 volts with a kind of an oddball plug power supply. I don't know that I have any of those power supplies. I looked all over Goodwill and I couldn't find one. I know that can turn into quite an adventure trying to go to thrift stores and find the right one. But it's 12 VDC. I forget the amperage, but I should be able to look that up. But I did find this little power supply, which is 12 VDC, 500 milliamps. So I'm thinking this will probably run it. That is not the right size plug. It does not fit. I do have a microphone, one of my wireless microphones on Thursday. The power supply on it finally gave up. It was in pretty rough shape, so it finally gave up. So first I'm going to try that power supply on, see if it works. It's also a 12 VDC, that particular wireless mic. So I'm going to try it first on that, and then if it doesn't work, if it works on my microphone, it's going with my microphone, because I need to get that microphone resolved. I got to get the microphone resolved in 2 days. But if it doesn't work on that, I'm gonna see if I can find a plug that fits that hole. I might even go as far as opening this thing up and hardwiring it and just soldering the cord to this. Not the best way to do it, but it'll work. Anyway, assuming it's the right amperage. The labels here only say 12 volts, and it's got the symbol for DC. But it doesn't say the amperage, but 500 amps seems about right. But yeah, before I connect that, I'm going to definitely do a little bit of Googling and make sure. What else did I get for my $70